This is Subnautica Below Zero Condensed. But first, let's do a quick recap of the events leading up to the main story. An advanced alien species known as the Precursors came into contact with the deadly Kara bacterium. The Kara was accidentally spread to a bunch of other planets, resulting in the death of billions. In their search for a cure, the Precursors discovered planet 4546b, an ocean planet where they found the Sea Emperor Leviathan. The Sea Emperor produced a special enzyme that could cure the Kara disease, but it wasn't potent enough because of her old age. The Precursors captured the Sea Emperor and her eggs, hoping they could figure out how to hatch them, but they failed. So they tried to take eggs from the Sea Dragon, a species related to the Sea Emperor. But that was a bad idea, because the Sea Dragon got pissed off, and it wreaked havoc on the Precursors' disease research facility, which spread the Kara across the whole planet. To stop the Kara spreading to other planets, the Precursors built the quarantine enforcement platform, designed to shoot any ship that entered or left the planet's atmosphere. Meanwhile, the Sea Emperor trained little fishes called peepers to spread her curing enzyme. Thanks to her efforts, life on the planet was saved. Eventually, the Precursors disappeared from the planet, leaving behind their technology. About 1,000 years later, a human corporation known as Altera has risen to power. An Altera ship called the Aurora comes into planet 4546b's atmosphere, and it gets shot down by the quarantine enforcement platform. There's only one survivor from the Aurora, Riley Robinson. Riley gets infected with the Kara, but after helping the Sea Emperor hatch her eggs, he's able to cure himself with the curing enzyme released by the baby Sea Emperors. Sadly, the Sea Emperor herself passes away. After disabling the quarantine enforcement platform, Riley leaves the planet. Altera learns of the potential value of planet 4546b, so they decide to set up on the planet. Altera sends Dr. Samantha Ayu to Sector 0 of the planet, where she discovers a frozen Leviathan creature that's infected with the Kara. Altera had been experimenting with the Kara samples from the frozen Leviathan, intending on making bioweapons with the Kara. Sam realized how dangerous the Kara could be, so she blew up the excavation site to sabotage the research. Sam died in the explosion, but thanks to her actions, Altera's research on the Kara was stopped. Altera abandoned Sector 0, but they're still monitoring the area using their comms tower. So, onto the main story now. Robin Ayu, our main character, finds out that Sam, her sister, has died.
You sure you want this? The research isn't everything.
It is to me, and Sam. I need to know what happened.
She enters planet 4546b's atmosphere during a meteor storm, making sure to stay out of Altera's sight. Robin crash lands into Sector 0, alone in unknown territory with no plan and no means to leave the planet. Great thinking, Robin. While exploring the area, she receives an SOS distress signal. The signal leads her to an alien sanctuary, where a digitized consciousness of a precursor resides.
We will be lost unless we find a new host. Can you help?
Robin agrees to help out the Precursor by offering to store him into her PDA, but the Precursor instead makes himself at home inside Robin's brain.
How do you feel?
Why do you sound like you're inside my head?
The facility identified hospitable capacity within your cerebral cortex.
You are in my head? I offered you my PDA! Get out!
Oh no.
The Precursor introduces himself as Alan. Alan needs a new body to transfer into, which Robin is happy to help out with since she's not too thrilled about having an alien's consciousness in her mind. Anyhow, while exploring more of Sector 0, Robin runs into Marguerite, a woman who's been surviving alone in Sector 0 for the past 10 years. Marguerite suspects that Robin is with Altera, making her highly distrustful of her. To prove that she isn't affiliated with Altera, Robin disables Altera's comms tower, helping her win Marguerite's trust. Turns out that Marguerite was familiar with Sam, and they worked together to sabotage Altera's research on the Kara. Robin heads into the abandoned excavation site where she finds the frozen Leviathan that's infected with the Kara. After gathering some clues, Robin finds a Kara antidote that Sam made. Using the antidote, Robin cures the frozen Leviathan of the Kara infection, stopping the Kara from potentially spreading in the future. So Robin finally gets the closure she wanted by completing her sister's work. Time to build Alan's body. With all the parts scanned and components gathered, Robin goes inside the Precursor's fabricator base. Once the body is built, Alan transfers his consciousness out of Robin's brain and into his new body. Alan decides it's a good time to confess that he was responsible for spreading the Kara across the whole planet. 1,000 years ago, Alan went against orders and made the decision to take the sea dragon eggs, and we know how that turned out.
It would appear that sea dragon parents are stronger and more motivated than our facility was rated to handle.
And the bacteria got out, infecting everything.
Alan wants to return to his homeworld to see if any of his kind have survived. Robin has nowhere else to go, so she decides to tag along. Robin is extremely lucky that things turned out the way they did. Without Alan, she could have been stranded on the planet. Using a precursor ship, Robin and Alan arrive at the Precursor's planet, unsure of what they will find there.
And if they survived?
With you, I am ready to face whatever awaits.
And that's it. That was Subnautica Below Zero Condensed. Thanks for watching.